Hello, V-Gates. Today we're going to talk about ZeroLogon. That's CVE 2020-1472. This impacts domain controllers. Specifically, this has a severity level of 10, so it's quite critical. If someone gets onto your network and is able to communicate with any one of your domain controllers and they are unpatched, there are pretty good chances that they may be able to execute an attack and they will be able to escalate their privilege. So it's going to be an escalation of privilege. Not good, very bad. In fact, the attacker would have the ability with this particular vulnerability to, if I'm not mistaken, null a password for the domain controller and then essentially just hijack an admin, that type of stuff. Not good, really bad. There's definitely some damage that can be done with this. So we've seen kind of just by scrolling up and down the attack, and I got here from this video, which this video is pretty awesome. I would like it if I was logged in, but I'm on a VPN and just totally off this. Okay, so what exactly is the deal here? Back on August 11, which was Patch Tuesday, if I can go up, Microsoft released security patches, and this was able to lock down the way that NetLogon works. If you got the patch, you need the patch for that to happen and for that to kind of like get set how it needs to. So how this particularly works is the attacker is able to use a tool, for example, Mimikatz. There are other tools as well that I believe are also doing similar stuff to this. But essentially, the red team or the attacker or whatever you want to call them is going to be able to leverage this vulnerability on an unpatched domain controller to escalate their privileges. Okay. So, indicator 1, there's going to be a NetLogon DCE RPC bind, and we'll see that here. You got this. So you're going to see null bytes, and here's the null bytes for the credential. You're going to see access denied, probably. And then we're going to see the domain controller password is going to be set to null, as illustrated in figure 4, which is right here. So we see netar server password set to, reset password, and look at this. So set password to null. So the remediation, of course, looks like patching. So it's at this point, it's basically an emergency. Fix it now is how Microsoft is looking at it, and they need to be applied as soon as possible. The August update also addresses a vulnerability also addresses this vulnerability by enforcing secure RPC when using the NetLogon secure channel. That's important. If you want your entire forest protected, then you're going to need all the domain controllers, including read-only domain controllers, updated to enforce secure RPC with NetLogon secure channel. So any and all your domain controllers, whatever you got, patch it all. This is a serious one.